Heyo everybody, Haku here with our read-through for Magical Girl Raising Project or Mahou Shoujo Ikusei Keikaku, Queens Chapter 3, Let's Be Friends. I'm going to split this one in half, do the first half now. I mentioned it in the video earlier that you probably just saw yesterday from when this is being posted. I'm doing the first half now, going to do the second half pretty soon after this, maybe just a day or two maybe just a day or two, and then on Friday we're going to be starting chapter 4. But so far with Queens has been non-stop amazing. At this rate, it could potentially go on. It's hard to say it could go on to be my favorite arc because Restart exists, and Restart is like the best thing I've read, and I don't know if any arc of this or maybe even anything else can beat Restart for me. But I don't know, I'm loving this so far. I thought Chapter 1 was really, really good, and Chapter 2 was incredible. Chapter 2, even stepped it up even more. So, I'm excited to get into Chapter 3. Gonna read the first 15 pages here. I know there's a page break at the end of, toward the end of page 15, and then the next pages 16 through 30 in the next video. Just to keep it sort of a manageable time for what we're going for week to week, because I don't know if I could manage like a 1 hour video every time. That really, when I did that for the first video, that really, really kills your voice. But yeah, especially for something like this where it's a light novel, I'm reading on my own, and I don't know, it's very, very wordy. It's not like with a comic or something where I just get some moments here and there to take in the visuals or anything. It's all dialogue. But yeah, either way, let's continue on with chapter 3 here. Chapter 3, Let's Be Friends, starting with Fle. No, I insist. And my name's Fle. Let. I think it's Let, not Leth. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's Le or Re, and then a long sound, and then Te is how the katakana was. So I think I'm just going to pronounce her name Let. A pleasure. And Hammer, okay, and they're using Hammer here instead of Hamuel. I'm probably going to keep saying Hamuel, though, just because I think that fits the whole CQ Angel thing better. So yeah, I'm going to stick to calling her Hamuel. And Hamuel, shuffling to hearts 2 and 3, I presume. The 3 magical girls took a seat in their own chairs. Fles smiled and turned her right hand toward the windows. Allow me to thank you again for inviting me. This room is lavishing. The carpets are soft, and the view is absolutely gorgeous. Again, though, hearts 2 and 3, the hearts are the defensive ones, I'm pretty sure, and 2 and 3 are probably so weak. I love the hearts shuffling. They're adorable. Some of the, comedic things we've had with them in the past. But I feel like 2 and 3 are probably pretty useless, even if they're supposed to be bodyguards for Hamuel or whatever. No need for thanks. This room is as good as any for a meeting, Originally I thought you'd be embarrassed of a place like this. It would certainly be helpful if we could receive the aid of the Human Resources Division. Oh yeah, last chapter. I forgot to mention in the intro or whatever. Last chapter, we ended off with something I'm really excited about. Uluru escaping, and Uluru is escaping with Mana, who is working with Fle, who is now working, we know, with, or at least still working with, I guess she maybe hired them, because now that I remember, they were working for her back in Aces. I guess she's still paying Dark Cutie and Princess Deluge, and because they're there, we can assume, because, I saw the character page and everything to react to the designs. Bluebell Candy probably just, is going to just follow behind Deluge whatever she does, and I'm assuming Glacienne's probably with Dark Cutie too. So yeah, hold on. Continuing now. No need for thanks. This room is as good as as good as any for a meeting. Originally I thought you'd be embarrassed by a place like this. It would certainly be helpful if we could receive the aid of the Human Resources Division. That would be a pleasure indeed. So Fle, I heard you come bearing gifts. Fle nodded at the words of Let. The first gift doesn't come from my position in human resources, however. You see, there's a kidnapped magical girl in Puck Manor. In response to a tip, an examiner came to investigate. However, it seems she was attacked by Puck's magical girls. She ran away, of course, out of danger. Oh ho ho, a wonderful opportunity. Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're involved in this somehow, hmm? It seems you have a rather mischievous streak, hmm. I like Let a lot. Alright. But of course, if we're going to do what we're planning to do, we can't do it without a casus belli. We now have an actual cause for investigating Puck Manor, and investigating Puck Puck herself. Then I'll arrange that. However, even though Puck Puck carelessly attacked an examiner, what the heck, do you think they have enough time to launch a counter-investigation? Do you think Puck Puck can leave before the official team comes? If she decides to cancel all preparations and just leave immediately, Puck Puck will take a while. Firstly, no matter how fast she tries, she needs about 1 hour to change her clothes. 2 hours if you consider her moving everywhere. The examination division has enough time to process the legal requirements with my help in less than 30 minutes. We move the examination division to her manor and confiscate anything we need. Haha, then I'll also do my part of the arrangement. Alright. Okay, sorry. Just taking in and trying to process this all. With all the talking, Flea clapped her hands. Well then, you should also contact the ruins, consolidate your defenses, and gather an army. Hamuel, you'll handle that, right? Yes, I'll handle it, said Hamuel. Flea nodded. She raised her right arm and extended her middle finger and index finger upward. The second gift I have for you is information, from a reliable source. It seems Puck Puck is planning on using the device to befriend every magical girl in the world. So of course, it's, like I was saying, infinite friendship Tsukuyomi. Befriend. Yes, befriend. Should she succeed, everyone will adore her and become her closest friends, even if they're hostile towards her. Hostile to her. That means even you and me. I wonder how that would work, but I'm not sure on the specifics. The goal may seem simple, but there must be something more. If we have more information, we can figure out her endgame. Understood. Hamuel, tell the research group. Puck Puck is planning to befriend all magical girls. Noted, replied Hamuel. I'm liking Hamuel's role in being dragged along with Led as well. Now then, human resources is normally useful for gaining information. However, now that we're in the need of an army, we'll need mercenaries. Now, I'm not sure how accurate this information is. This may be Puck propaganda, but it seems like there are rumors that the Osk faction produces experimental magical girls. Because of that, it seems not many magical girls would lend themselves a hand to the Osk faction. Troublesome. Hearing Flea's word, Hamuel nodded her head. That is definitely a problem. Flea smiled. Well, that's where I come in. I've already secured several mercenaries. I can confirm that they aren't under the influence of Puck Puck. These are my men, and they'll respond to me. I'm responsible for them. Clearly from human resources. Ladies, may I present you your very own one-man army magical girls? Okay, though, I don't know how this is going to work out, though, because isn't Deluge going to lose it? Isn't she not going to be able to work with the Osk faction or Shufflin? Hamuel grabbed the file Flea had. Let's see here. A magical girl who can manifest shadows, and a magical girl with a trident who can control water. Okay. And again, though, shouldn't they know immediately who Dark Cutie is? Isn't she kind of famous? They seem rather powerful. No. Rather powerful, no. A correction. They are powerful. You won't find any better magical girls than them. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty skilled, it seems. Hamuel, your face is pale. No, it's not. I'm perfectly healthy. Nothing wrong with my face at all, right? Flea placed her hands on the table while drinking a white chocolate milk. Flea, may I have some of that chocolate milk? Of course. Please do. As many as you wish. The taste melts in your mouth. It's been a while since I drank something like this. By the way, what do you hope to gain from all this? The Casper faction wish to gain our resources in return for their cooperation. But I see no gain for you or the Human Resources Division. Curious, I have my reasons. And what would they be, Is it fame? Is it glory? Clearly you don't want materialistic gifts. Are you simply a good Samaritan, I don't care about being remembered. My goals are not so abstract as you might think. I have a concrete goal, and I will benefit if everything goes according to plan. But I'd rather you tell me those benefits, lest I play into a trap. Like, the way Let talks is the funnest since Melville. I've told you my sources and the information you need. That should be enough. And Top Pop, the way Top Pop talked was really fun too. Your sources. I don't know if I trust you unless I know you seek to gain something from this. Very well. As you know, Puck is collecting magical girls. She's befriending everyone. She's increasing her forces. There's a magical girl named Shadowgale. She's being held there against her will. Thanks to Puck's magic, she's hopelessly fascinated by Puck, adoring her and serving her unconditionally. And what is she to you? She's my subordinate. The point is, I'm going to rescue her. That's my benefit. A good boss, then. I respect that. The safety of subordinates comes first, and someone like that is worth allying with. Is it possible to break free of Puck's spell, though? I think there's definitely a way, said Hamuel. What's that, Hamuel? Did you say something? I'm really liking Hamuel. No, nothing. Never mind. I've tried many times to rescue her, but to no avail. She's being held tightly by her, somewhere I can't reach without help. I know it's going to be a struggle. I'm prepared for that, said Fla. Do you have any objections, Hamuel? asked Let. No, I'm fine with it. Wonderful. Well then, as you'll be at the center of things, it'll be easier for you to direct things like assassinations. I don't want any wreckage or any unnecessary chaos. After all, with no complaints, I'll just have your signature as a seal of approval, and let us cooperate. Alright, I like that. And now we're going back to Puck's point of view. Again, it's interesting seeing from... I would say Puck's the villain of this arc. Like, that's maybe arguable, but I would say it. It's interesting to see from the villain, probably's, point of view. Rest. Puck needs to rest. Slow down and think about things a bit. Recently, she had just lost a very important friend. Her recklessness and callous behavior caused her to run away. Puck's magical skill does have limitations. If she focuses too much on befriending one person, then others may become ignored as a result. It's the nature of friendship. Uluru leaving was Puck's fault. The more she thought about Uluru leaving, the more painful it is to Puck. Puck sighed. Her heart was filled with sadness. She had heard that when Uluru left the manor, there was a maid from the examination division. And I love this, Puck being like legitimately sad and considering Uluru a friend, even though the friendship is a control thing. It just shows how messed up Puck is. She stole Uluru, so Puck's friends tried to save her. Still, she managed to escape with her daughter. Alright, she heard she left the manor. There was a maid from the examination division. I don't know if I skipped that or not. She placed a smile on her face. She had to do this, for her friends that worked hard for her. She told them all, thank you all so much. And she really was thankful. She was grateful to all of them for wanting to help her in this time of need. She was also worried. Her friends attacked an examination division mage. The Ask faction would see this and regard it as just cause to attack. In other words, the Ask faction will try to disturb the ritual. That'll be troubling. Puck didn't want that. Puck talked to Snow White about it. She would know what to do. She suggested that they move immediately before they could react. Puck agreed and went to change clothes. Snow White stopped her. She proposed that Puck change clothes in the car. It was a rude proposal to change clothes in the car instead of a proper place. However, Puck thought more about it. Snow White was a new friend of Puck. Her thoughts were fresh. Snow White was known for her resourcefulness. Certainly a little bit of freshness wouldn't hurt. Puck accepted Snow White's proposal, and Snow happily agreed to guard her in the car. Puck counted 66 turns since she left the grounds of the manor. Afterward her body felt light. The scenery outside the window blurred and thinned with a bright light. The GPS on the truck displayed an error. Puck's body felt light. Her head began shaking, and her consciousness was also slightly shaken. It was only for a moment, and Puck's body jolted back to normal. The nausea she felt would always be there. Teleportation is never easy. Puck had grabbed hold of Snow White's hand for safety. When she looked out, the scenery had changed. It looked like a different world outside. In this world, because cute things weren't considered useful, they weren't there. It was barren and desolate. Nothing but the horizon surrounded the trucks. There were no animals, there were no plants either. Following these roads would eventually take her to the ruins, and by extension, the device. The device was created by the first mage. It was, in essence, a gift from God. Unfortunately, the Osk faction has taken to guarding it. Walls, barriers, fortifications, surrounded with magical girls trained solely for combat. Even though Osk and Casper are being friendly with each other, it still made Puck-Puck sad that they couldn't understand. Puck-Puck tried to talk to them, but they wouldn't listen. They didn't understand that now was the best time to activate the device. The truck stopped and the magical girls got out of it. And again, how Puck-Puck just, like how Snow White read it in her heart, I think, that she's worried about the Land of Magic. She wants to save the Land of Magic. It's cool how warped Puck-Puck is. Alright, Puck-Puck gathered all the magical girls at her convoy. They all asked her, "The other factions are against you. Is this okay, Lady Puck?" And Puck-Puck replied, "Of course it is. I'm doing this for the benefit of the Land of Magic, and I have you guys to support me." All the magical girls then started crying tears of joy. They were so inspired that Puck-Puck was willing to go this far for their sake. Puck-Puck wiped every single one of these magical girls' tears away with a soft magical handkerchief which they gleefully accepted. After wiping away Snow White's, she cheerfully smiled on and led the other magical girls forward. With Snow White as their leader, they're unstoppable. They trekked through some mountains. Between those mountains lies a valley. Inside that valley was the entrance to the ruins. The entrance had a gigantic gate blocking the path. There was no way inside. They had already preemptively disagreed on allowing Puck-Puck entry. Before they even met Puck-Puck, it seems like they didn't even want to try to be friends. The magical girls following Puck-Puck had a dark look on their faces. They all thought the same thing. A life without knowing the friendship of Puck-Puck is a sad life indeed. Puck-Puck touched her palms to the door. Hey, Mr. or Mrs. Gatekeeper person, can you hear me? Hello?" The air felt still. The sounds were quiet. Can you hear Puck's voice? Every magical girl behind Puck-Puck was silent. "Listen, this gate's being controlled from the inside, and I can't really open it from out here, so if you could please spare a moment to hear Puck out?" There was a camera being pointed at Puck-Puck. Perhaps they used it to see visitors. Puck-Puck turned her head to the camera, gave a small wink, and blew a kiss to it. "Come on, let's be friends," said Puck-Puck. The ground shook, and the gate slowly moved apart until it was finally open. "Ah, thanks a bunch, you guys," said Puck-Puck. Puck-Puck and her group went all the way back to the truck convoy. Again, it's like this unstoppable power. Puck-Puck happily sat in the passenger seat. The magical girl driver felt happy that Puck-Puck chose her truck, and with a smile on her face she asked her, "Did you open the gate, Lady Puck?" "Oh no, I didn't. I became friends with the gatekeeper. They opened the gate. You should thank them." "My apologies, Lady Puck. I was so rude and assuming." "Ah, there's no need to apologize. We're almost there, so let's go." Puck-Puck pointed forward as she shouted go. From here on, they're in Osk territory. Puck-Puck hoped for the best. She turned on the truck's radio. A song that she didn't even know came up. Despite the three sages being all-powerful, they don't know everything. "You know, Snow, I want to let you in on a little secret. We're called the Three Sages, but we're not all-knowing. There's still things like this song that we gotta experience. It's fun to get to know new things and new people. I'm glad we became friends, Snow. Are you glad too?" asked Puck-Puck. Snow White nodded happily. "Mm-hmm." And we have Snow White and Puck-Puck sitting in the truck here. And it's funny how Puck-Puck is a lot more chibi than the other magical girls. Okay, just taking in that illustration. Alright, continuing on. Puck-Puck sat closer, placing her palm on top of Snow White's palm. Snow White gasped and looked dumbfounded for a split second. Puck-Puck stared at her face, and Puck-Puck let out a chuckle and a smile. Seeing that, Snow White blushed, and a small smile appeared on her face. Snow White gripped Puck's hand tightly, and Puck-Puck felt happy of that. Puck-Puck opened the windows and looked outside. Snow White gasped in fear. "Lady Puck, that's dangerous. Be careful, okay? I don't want you hurt." "It's all right, Snow. You're holding my hand, so I know you'll keep me safe, right?" Snow White's eyes widened. She smiled and nodded, grasping Puck-Puck's hands tighter as Puck-Puck took her head outside the window. The wind's rushing into her face. Puck-Puck enjoyed that sensation. The trucks were speeding at around 120 kilometers an hour. The dust tracks rolled off from the convoy. She's been here many times before, but this is the first time she's actually felt happy coming back here. Inside the tunnels leading toward the device, several magical girls with weapons shouted at the trucks. Puck couldn't register what they were saying, but she didn't mind it. The magical girls ran toward the trucks, weapons at the ready, but when they saw Puck passing by, they dropped their weapons instantly, looking stunned as Puck waved at them. With that single look, they all had smiling, happy faces, giggling, blushing, smiling. Only joy existed in their hearts as Puck passed them by. It continued on until they reached another checkpoint. However, just then, the truck that Puck was on braked instantly and slid across the roads. The second truck tried to do the same, but fell down sideways. The sound it made was huge as it crashed down. Because it was so sudden, Puck jumped in her seat. "Oh gosh, I hope they're okay," said Puck as she exited the truck. Puck and Snow White exited the truck together. The magical girl driver opened the door as well. Puck kept a smile on her face as always. It's important to do that in front of your friends, after all. The magical girl in the driver's seat of the fallen truck came out crawling from the driver's seat. The magical girls managed to retrieve the containers from inside the trucks. Some were hurt and were being carried by other magical girls too. The magical girls that caused the truck to collapse began crying as if she failed Puck. Puck calmed her down with a hug. She gathered up all the magical girls under her protection. Today she'll pour more love into them as usual. All the magical girls lined up in front of Puck. Puck stood on her own in front of all her friends, who eagerly awaited her words. "Everyone, thank you so much for all you've done for me. I'm really grateful to you all. Let's all work together, okay?" All the magical girls thrusted their right hand, curled into a fist, into the air. Together they made a united shout. "Yeah!" Puck smiled. She knew that, Puck smiled. "I knew I could count on you all. Welcome our new friends together too. Make them a part of your family. So let's all lend a helping hand to each other and make this all work out, okay?" Once again, with determination and happiness on their faces, they shouted out together, "Okay, let's do it." All the magical girls then wore the gas mask they retrieved from the trucks, and just as quickly all of them rushed into the ruins ahead. "Alright, now we're going to CQ Angel Hamuel." Hamuel packed her luggage. She packed it all with battle equipment, and was preparing herself for the journey ahead. After all their preparation, Puck simply steamrolled through every defense. First, it seems that the gatekeeper magical girl fell under Puck's magic through the camera. She happily allowed Puck inside. Then Puck defeated the entire defensive group without even trying. What's worse is that the defense group magical girls all joined her faction afterward. Death would have been a much better fate for those veterans. The ruins were completely hijacked. Hamuel became furious just reading the report. She was at her hotel room. Negative thoughts filled her head. She wanted to slam her hands on the table, but she stopped midway, realizing that her strength would crush the table. She calmed down a bit and looked forward. Lethe was staring at her, while relaxing on the sofa. The Shufflins had a fearful expression on their face. "You shouldn't explode in anger in front of others, Hamuel. You understand, Understood. Apologies." Hamuel kept her eyes on Lethe. She had a suggestion to make. "We should head to the ruins. If we don't, it'll be too late, and Puck will activate the device." "Oh ho, and is there any other way, Puck attacked the examination division. Puck forcibly took the ruins. We now have a reason to fight back. Because Puck's on the wrong side of the law, we have that protecting us. The Land of Magic will surely support us in this situation. However, Puck's army grows every time she meets someone. I don't think we can fully match that. What do you suggest? By the time we gather enough manpower to present a challenge to Puck, she'll already have started the ritual, so I'd like to go to the ruins myself, with the strength that I can gather immediately. I feel like it might be enough to stall. We'll need over 100 magical girls at least, probably 1,000 homunculi to challenge Puck. Since we're fighting a sage, having a general of our own be there will provide a significant morale boost. I like your determination. However, do you really think you can take on one of the 3 sages directly? Well, if I can't just fight him, I'll just have to think of something else, I guess. Stupid, that's not what you should have answered. Hamuel wanted to think of something else to add. Anything else. That seemed like a very dumb response to give Lethe. Lethe smiled and got off her chair. It was so sudden that the Shufflins nearby immediately tried to hold her long dress skirt so it wouldn't touch the floor. Well, let's go. Oh, understood. Hamuel followed Lethe as she led the way outside, staying behind her at all times. So it seems that Puck Puck has begun moving quite fast. Not taking any time at all, it seems. Yeah. Guess the whole changing clothes thing really didn't factor into the equation, said Hamuel. She felt nervous. That sounded like a slight against Lethe, and she didn't want it to sound that way. She just thought that the changing clothes reasoning was rather idiotic. Either way, Puck Puck now has now secured a large amount of land. She has her own playground where she fancies playing general. Or should we tell Flea? That girl has her hands on every nook and cranny. I'm sure she'll find out sooner or later. Understood. Alright, and that is halfway through. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun with this one. Like I said, it's still been non-stop really good. We spent most of this time with actually the sort of, again, in my opinion, villain of the arc. We spent most of it with Puck Puck, just showing more of how frightening her power is and just how well written the powers are in this series. It's so good how well they're used in the plot. And in fights too. The powers are super creative in fights, as evidenced by Ripple versus Michan or Sarami versus Michan. Both of those were really good last arc. But yeah, this is really good. There really hasn't been much fighting so far, but this is like 10 chapters long. But there's been some really, really good stuff. I really like the way that Queens has been going. Either way, though, I guess we'll see what happens. Nobody has died yet, luckily. Like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, ask and I'll give you one. And if you want to help support the channel on Patreon to help me continue making these videos, it's patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description. See you very, very soon with the second half of this chapter. And yeah, that's it for now. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.